Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Let's get this going. All right. We are here on YouTube. How's everyone doing? Welcome back to the Craft Parenting Podcast. Podcast about two Cincinnati craft beer lovers with a parenting problem.
Yup.
And
we took them to the park, so they're tired.
They are tired, yes. And they are hopefully sleeping. I do not have a camera on them at the moment.
It's over there.
Okay.
It hasn't made any noise. I'm assuming that they're fine.
Yeah. They are napping in the same room. Which
They do that now.
They do that, yeah.
I mean, they've done that for a while.
They do that?
Because they want to know what the other one's doing. And it's very helpful to get them to fall asleep if they're both sleeping in the same room.
That's
it's like,
right.
oh, they're going to sleep. I can go to sleep. I'm not missing anything.
Yeah. So, by the way, my name is Joe Ludwig, and with me is my lovely wife and co-host, Caroline.
Hey.
And we are hanging out on this Saturday afternoon on YouTube. So, and we have the chat up as well over here on my right. So if you are here and you are, you want to say hey, or if you want to contribute in any way, please do so in the chat because it's up. And we just have a wide variety of stuff to talk about today.
Most of which is parenting based.
Yeah. Some football, some because it's football season.
Yeah.
But first, it is Saturday, and it is college football day.
So we are drinking a Cincy Reigns light lager. Or Cincy light lager partner. I always want to call it Cincy Reigns.
Maybe they should have done that.
They should have done that. Missed opportunity.
I don't think they could have.
I don't think so either because it's a collegiate organization or whatever. And
yeah, it's like copyrighted or whatever. You can't. So yeah, that's what we're drinking in honor of Saturday football, college football. We have some light beer going. We're pre-gaming for the Bearcats.
Yeah.
We are not an Ohio State household.
We are not. The game is on. I can't see it, though, because there's a bunch of stuff in the way.
Yep. Ohio State is crushing.
At last I saw they were crushing Youngstown, but that was like
28-7.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
So, yep, they're crushing it as they do. But we are firmly Bearcat fans, boldly Bearcat fans. I have my jersey on.
Now I want ice cream.
Why do you associate that with ice cream?
Because the Grater's ice cream flavor is boldly Bearcat.
I think that's their slogan now.
It is, but it's also the ice cream, I think. I mean, I can Google it, but
I think
then I'll have to buy ice cream, and we're not supposed to be doing that anymore.
Yep.
Like health and stuff.
Health and stuff. We have the light beer going. We're hanging out. So let's just go ahead and get into it.
So I'm assuming you've got stuff for this first one because I don't. But Joe Cool has returned and signed an extension. I know that much.
Yeah, Joe Cool, our very own, I guess Ohio's very own. He's from Ohio, right?
I believe so. Joey B. Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow is back.
Back.
He was, of course, football is back. They had their first game on Thursday. Super Bowl champions. Kansas City played someone, I'm assuming.
From what I know, that didn't go well, but I mostly only know that because of Facebook feed.
Yep. I don't know who they played, but I think I read an article about ESPN bitching that they leaked Joe Burrow's contract extension on opening day of NFL season. And ESPN, someone at ESPN was not happy about that. I don't understand why. There's like a rivalry, I guess, between Joe Burrow and McCombs.
Yeah.
So
Because they're both young and
so I guess this writer was arguing that they did it on purpose to overshadow.
but then Kansas City lost. So sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. Either way, I do have an article, not that article, but on my phone.
But like also, if you're pissed about something, the more you talk about it, the more free advertising you're giving to other people about it. Like,
Well, I mean, this is ESPN. They're trying to drive traffic.
yeah, they want all the sports clicks.
They want the clicks, which generates ad revenue. So here's the gist of it. The Bengals, the Cincinnati Bengals, have agreed to terms with Joe Burrow on a 5-year, $275 million contract extension that includes 219.01 million guarantee, sources tell ESPN. And by the way, this was published September 7th. So today is the 9th. We know this is now true. I think.
Yeah, so that was on Thursday.
They made a big show about it today with pictures and stuff like that. I read on the Bengals website, but this is what I kind of wanted to talk about. The deal makes him the highest paid player in NFL history, a well-earned deal for a player who has transformed Cincinnati's franchise.
I mean, and
that's kind of what I.
It doesn't take much because the franchise was doing pretty bad, but
yeah, I mean, to going from not winning any playoff games in 33 years, 32 years or whatever it was,
and never
to going to the Super Bowl like right out of the gate. They didn't even win one, and then come back next year, win 2, come back next year, win 3.
Yeah,
they just won it all except for the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
it was kind of amazing to see.
And I won't call myself a Bengals fan because I'm not. And part of that is because the long-term history of the Bengals of, hey, we're up by 10 in the fourth quarter. And then, oh, we're down by 10 by the end of the fourth quarter. Oh, yeah. And it's like, no matter what, we can always find a way to lose it.
Yeah.
It's very hard to get attached to this team. I love me some Joey B though. And I will say that I'm a Joey B fan. I'm still not sure if I am a fan of the Bengals, mostly because of the ownership of the Bengals and how they have managed things in the past. Mm-hmm. But I do like me some Joey B and the young blood we've got in the team right now.
Off that stadium.
Yeah. The one our parents signed us up for.
Yeah. Thanks, parents. Thanks, boomers.
At least our parents both still live in Hamilton County, so they're still continuing to pay for it.
Oh, yeah.
But we know some that have jumped ship.
They are not boomers. They're Gen X. But that's besides the point. Mm-hmm. Still paying for this stadium. We'll be paying for that until
they tear it down and build a new one that they'll make us pay for, too. They're trying to do that.
I don't know if they're trying to do that.
They did at one point. They at least talk about it like all the time.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I would not either.
I wouldn't be surprised if in the future, especially if this season goes well, like Super Bowl well, I wouldn't be surprised if Mike Brown was like, hey,
get us a
Cincinnati,
stadium.
Our stadium is 20 years old. And there's also the fact that in order to host a Super Bowl, I believe, you have to have an enclosed stadium, which is why Indianapolis built their stadium the way they did.
If you live in certain climates, and the climate that we live in dictates for sure we need a stadium that can close. And there's other things too, like, because we were talking to our friend about this at some point. Like, part of the rules for being able to host a Super Bowl game is you essentially say that the Super Bowl is the most important thing that's happening in the city that weekend. So if there is a snowstorm, your priority is not to plow out the hospitals. Your priority is to plow out the stadium. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I need to find, I can find that article again if we want to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But before we do that, I just want to shout out Julia from Truth, Beer, and Consequences, who wanted to remind everyone with the start of football season, it's lose, L-O-S-E, not loose, L-O-O-S-E. And to which I responded with touchdown of a guy doing a slam dunk in basketball.
I don't think they can see that.
They can't see that, but sports ball.
Yeah.
I know all the
sports ball.
fancy terms.
Yeah, that's all starting tomorrow or Sunday. Of course, they already started, like I said, on Thursday. But the rest of the league is starting tomorrow, and I guess there's a Monday night game as well. We have the YouTube TV all set and ready to go.
Yeah, apparently we do that again.
Yep. I tried to get the 3-month deal, free deal, using a different Gmail account. It doesn't work because they know your credit card number.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're trying to do that, you need to have multiple credit cards, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's, or maybe like use like one of those like services that, and I don't know what they are, so I can't specifically shout any out, but there's ones that like you can create a like, it's like PayPal, but like you can put all your subscriptions to it where like it's a one-time credit card that only works for that subscription. And so if you want to cancel that subscription, you can just turn off that credit card.
it might be they knew my address as well.
There is that as well, because we were living in this house.
So, yeah.
Only you might have been able to get around it by going in as me.
I don't think so. I used a brand new Google account.
But like my credit card information, and we could pretend like I'm somebody completely different. But
You
I
have
don't
the
know.
same address as I do. So.
But you could have moved. You never know.
I don't know. I think the Googles are too smart. I think everyone just tries to create new Google accounts.
Yeah,
every
I
time
mean,
football
it's
season
so
comes.
easy to do.
Yeah, there's no limit. I created a new Google account, by the way, because the one I've used since like 2012, it's full. And I don't know how to make it not full.
I don't either.
Because it has like 10 plus years of stuff in it.
It does. We've had those
Pictures
accounts for a while.
And you got another Google account because your last name changed. So
Yeah.
You're
But everything is tied to my original Google account because that's what all my phone setup stuff was through.
yeah.
So all my contacts live in the other Google account.
Yeah. And you know what I just realized? I forgot to hit record. So
Snap.
it's not recording the audio. It's hopefully YouTube doesn't screw everything up. Otherwise
I mean, you can hit record now and we can like splice the two. Like if the YouTube sounds bad, it's only the first few minutes that sound bad versus the whole thing sounds bad.
yeah, maybe.
I've had podcasts that have done that to me before where they're like, yeah, the first 5 minutes are bad because we forgot to hit record or the system wasn't working right. But then it all got better about this minute mark in. So if you can survive through it, great. If not, just fast forward to this point. Yeah, I don't see the requirements that I was specifically talking about, but a lot of it, like your average game day temperature has to be 50 degrees for that time of year. That ain't going to be us. It ain't going to be Buffalo either.
If otherwise you have to have like the ability to close it, I guess, right?
Yeah. Or, I mean, it might just be like, no, they want it to be like south of the Ohio River.
No, Indianapolis has hit it
This is true.
multiple times. So Chicago has, I don't think they've had it in a while.
I mean, part of the thing is too, like it's expensive to host it. Like everybody's like, oh, host the Olympics, you'll make so much money. No, you're going to spend way more money than you'll ever make.
Well, the Olympics is different. I mean,
Yeah.
the Olympics, you have to build
You have to build infrastructure,
stadium
but like you have,
specifically.
because the NFL is a nonprofit, which is a thing that exists, and yeah, feelings. They do have requirements too for like how many hotels you have to have within the stadium, and like you have to block out these hotels for these people. Like
We have this. We have all of that. If Indianapolis has it, we have it.
I know we're working on getting better. I know there's another company that just came down to the banks with their headquarters, so that was cool. Downtown starting to become a thing again. I'm excited for Oktoberfest to be back on 5th Street,
Oh yeah.
but I don't know if we're even going to go.
I don't know.
What if Lily could dance? Would we go? I don't even know if we're dancing though, because nobody's said anything about like the collective we, not we personally.
Yeah.
I can dance anywhere, just not necessarily with the dance group at the moment.
Yeah, we don't have. I don't think Lily is going to dance this year. She doesn't have any dresses or anything like that.
I have to email people and find out, or just wait until Monday and harass them before practice.
Yeah, that's like super short notice.
I don't know. They said she really enjoys it and she's having a blast dancing. So, I mean, that's our kid though. So This is my surprise face. I had a conversation with Lily's teacher because now she has been through her first week of preschool.
Oh yeah.
Because she had some weird things that she was doing when she came home on Friday that were like, girl, this ain't you. What is going on? And so I was like asking her teacher, like, hey, how was Lily this week? Anything weird go on? And she's like, oh no, Lily was great. And I was like, okay, sweet. Well, this is what's happened at home. I think she's just modeling behavior that she's seen from the other kids, and she's putting on a new personality in her safe space, but like just checking on her. And she's like, oh yeah, she's great. Like she goes and reads, she goes and plays in the kitchen. We had Play-Doh and everybody got a turn playing with the Play-Doh. And I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely Lily. Like that is Lily to a T. She has been reading since she could sit herself up.
Yes.
And the teacher is very grateful to know what normal Lily is, so she can keep an eye out for like weird behaviors. But yeah, once she got home, it was like light switch had changed. And I was like, you're not my kid. Like you are my kid, but like you are not acting like my kid. Should we transition into that?
I mean, I guess so, because you just kind of jumped the shark as far as topics go. So specifically on that note, so Lily goes to school part-time, and it's every day, but it's half day. Mm-hmm. It's half day preschool. I drop her off in the morning. So that's a new thing that we started this year.
Because it used to be I would drop her off, and now Joe drops her off.
Yeah. And then I would pick her up from my mom's house or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's a different situation. Caroline, you work early now.
Technically, if Lily was at school for full days, if I left work right when I could get off work, I could pick her up from school. But
I had like 2
at 2:30.
Okay.
But like I would have to leave work as soon as I was able to and race to school.
Yeah. So she goes to school 5 days a week, but half day. So she gets out at 11. She is supposed to be there before 7:50. Mm-hmm. I think they actually they said they want her there by 7:45.
Yes.
Which is laughable.
You can do it. It's just.
Yeah. The thing that always gets me is she goes to St. L's. I guess I can say that. Mm-hmm. I think we said that before. But it's on Harrison Avenue in Cheviot. They don't want you going.
You have to go a weird way. Yeah. So I take a weird way to get there when I drop her off at school. And I don't know if I've covered that weird way with you.
No. So I always go past St. Jude on Bridgetown.
Yeah, I go a different way.
I guess it's on Bridgetown, right? No,
it is on Bridgetown.
They want you to go the back way. So off of Harrison. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. I will have to have a conversation with you after this on how I take Lily to school, and it will probably help you out tremendously. I thought we had already had that conversation, but now that I'm thinking about that, that was last school year.
We had that conversation when there was construction.
Yeah, and I still took that way all the time. It made a big difference. Less stoplights,
Yeah.
less turns.
Less stoplights, less schools, I imagine.
Yeah. Though it's not as bad the 2 weeks that we lived in your grandma's house and I had to drive by. It's 4 or 5 schools to get from your grandma's house to UC.
Oh, yeah.
And anytime I was driving by, at least 2 of the schools were it was the start of the school day or it was the end of the school day. So they were a hot mess.
Yeah. So this week was the first full week of school. Last week, she was supposed to go 3 days.
We got the preschool plague, so she only went 2.
Yeah, so she missed Friday. Monday was, of course, Labor Day. Last Monday was Labor Day, so no school. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it was all me. The plan is to have the grandparents come over early so Elliot can sleep. So I'm not getting 2 kids in a car to drop Lily off.
Yeah.
And so far, that has been successful. In that,
I've been watching it on the Ring.
Yes, 2 out of the, I guess, 4 days last week, Elliot did wake up. So that was kind of interesting how that worked out.
He wants to be like his big sister.
I think he's kind of smart. I think he knows that
He's
Lily leaves.
really smart. We had other people confirm that he is really smart this week.
Yep. So 2 out of the 4 days he did wake up. I'm kind of curious to see how that'll go, because my routine is to turn on the light, the overhead light in Lily's room at about 6:45, take a shower, and then get her dressed and ready to go. But if Elliot wakes up, I don't get to shower, basically.
Yeah. Well, maybe you should start showering at 6:15.
Well, then he'll wake up at 6:15. So it doesn't matter. If he hears something going on, he'll wake up. I don't think it matters, when that is. So I don't know where I was going with that, but
Got to get Lily to school on time. I usually pick her up or pick both kids up from parents' houses.
Okay, so on Friday, everything was going good. My mom does Fridays. I drop her off. My mom comes, watches Elliot for a few hours, and then when it's time to go, she takes Elliot to go get Lily for preschool. And on Friday, and then they go back to Harrison at their house.
Then Arlene feels your pain. And getting ready before the kids too.
Oh yeah. Hey, how's it going, Arlene? We have the chat going. So I don't know why it's down there though.
It's fine.
You would think
it was there last time too.
Oh, was it?
Yes. Okay. So kids at school, kids at parents' house.
Yeah. So you picked. You were distracting me. That's why I'm like, what is going on? So on Friday, you picked. I think I picked the kids up.
You picked the kids up. I picked up dinner.
You picked up dinner, and then during dinner, Lily was eating, and then she gets up as she does.
She was not feeling dinner.
She just wasn't. Yeah.
In her defense, I bought a barbecue chicken pizza. I should stop doing that and just buy a meat lover's pizza.
I mean,
but it was really yummy.
Yeah. So we went to Dewey's.
Yeah.
Pizza, which the pizza is okay. We like it.
The house salads are.
We go there for the salad.
Yeah, because they're like, what do we want to do for dinner tonight? Fancy salads? Dewey's fancy salads? We have fancy salad ingredients at home. But now nothing but Dewey's will suffice. So, okay, Dewey's Pizza it is.
Yeah, their salad is phenomenal. Same thing with Nick and Tom's. That's the only thing. That's a West Side establishment.
It is a very West Side establishment.
So,
very delicious.
yep.
Silver ladle. Good salad to get.
It's a chicken salad, yeah. Too expensive, probably.
Yeah, so
we only get it every now and then.
We're sitting down for dinner. Lily has wandered away because she's done with dinner. Okay, homegirl, you'll be starving in the morning, but we'll deal with that when it comes. And Lily's coloring and doing stuff in the library that she probably shouldn't be doing, but she's being quiet and she's being clean about it, so it's fine. And then she comes into the kitchen, and we had said something to her, and she's like, "Mommy's stupid." And we're like,
What?
Where did this come from?
She's never used that word before. I don't think.
I feel like I've probably used it like a handful of times, but not any time recently.
Yeah.
And so we're like, honey, that's not really a nice thing to say. And Joe sits down and has a conversation with her.
Oh, she got on timeout for that.
She got put in timeout for that one.
And then she kept saying it.
Well, and then she kept saying, she'd pick up one of the coloring pages, say, "This has something stupid on the back," crumple it up, and then throw it in the garbage can. And then she repeated that process 2 or 3 times. And I'm like, "Girl, where did you learn this from?" And she's like, "My brother." Her 2-year-old brother that can barely talk in a way that most people can understand him taught you stupid. That does not track.
Nope.
My aunt, okay, your aunt that really doesn't like the word stupid, I don't think that was it either. And the context that she kept using it in made me think that it was something that she had heard one of the other kids at school say. So like I asked our parents, "Hey, was she okay this week for you guys?" "Yeah, she was perfect. She was her normal, playful, happy self." Okay, then let me message her teacher. And her teacher's like, "Wait, what? No, I haven't noticed any of this going on in the classroom." Not to say that it hasn't happened, because there's 14 of them and one of her.
It's a bigger class.
It is a much bigger class because they're bigger kids now. But I'll keep an eye out for it. And that led into the conversation of this is what Lily is normally like. And she's been her normal self at school and she's been enjoying school. And so I don't.
It's only been a week. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's also at that age too where like kids start to try to put on different personalities of like, let me try this out for a hot second and see what kind of reaction I get out of people. And you've got the kids that are a little bit more aware of what their older siblings are doing and what their older siblings are saying and are trying to emulate that. So she's the oldest, which means that she doesn't really have anybody other than us to get stuff from.
To look at, yeah.
Yeah, but now she's got kids who they might be the youngest of 4 siblings or something like that, where they're seeing all of their older siblings roughhouse and call each other mean things. I mean, there is part of that thing too where it's like, I can call my brother stupid and I can rag on my little brother, but the second that you do that, nah, hun, no, I'm going to go beat you up now. So siblings definitely have a different dynamic.
And you also don't have a little brother.
I don't. Technically, I have older brothers. I don't know how much that counts, though. We were all grown and old and stuff by the time we were technically family. But they're really cool guys. I like to hang out with them. We're just not like siblings like you and your brother and sister are.
You didn't grow up together.
We didn't.
You are siblings.
Though it is fun watching you and your siblings do stuff where it's like Jenna will say something slightly mean or like we'll playfully punch one of you guys and it's like, remember, hun, we can hit back harder. She's like, oh no, what have I done?
Yep.
It's pretty fun.
Yep. And she usually doesn't like it when I hit back.
No. She forgets.
So I guess that's the Carolina's stupid story.
Yeah. I did not know that I was going to be called stupid
by a
4-year-old.
Her 4-year-old.
This week.
Our 4-year-old who was only 4 for a couple of days at that point.
I was like, okay, I thought it was supposed to be a 3-nager and a 4-nado. But I guess we got a 3-nado and a 4-nager. Because I was like, you sound like a freaking teenager.
Yeah.
And she is starting to get a little attitude. It's adorable. But
she is also bossy.
She's not bossy. She's the boss.
Yep.
She is assertive.
Yeah, that is one word for it.
We need to be careful of the language that we use.
Well, she's not here, so
She's not, but
I don't think I would call her that to her face.
Oh.
But
she's learning. She's testing out her world. She likes to pretend a lot these days. And a lot of what she likes to pretend to do is to be a teacher.
yes.
So we're all of her students, and she's Miss whatever teacher's name she wants to use that day. And so it's like, okay, it's time to line up so we can go to music class, everybody. So line up in front of me. Who wants to be the line leader? Bubba, do you want to be the line leader? And so because the three of us are her students, Joe and myself start walking to get into line, and Elliot starts to walk to get into line, and then just Vereen's off course and starts to go play in the living room. And Lily's like, we're supposed to be lining up for music class. Where are you going? Like, well, Elliot doesn't want to play teacher right now. So just let him be. We can be your we can be your student.
She was
still.
like yelling at us. No talking.
She was.
Get in line.
She was no muss, no fuss. So then she takes us over to
I
the
was
living
having
room.
flashbacks. It's my Catholic school days.
And you didn't even have any nuns.
I did not have any nuns, but
So Larry said he didn't know that nuns were women until he was in the 3rd grade because they always wore habits and they were so mean. He thought they were dudes. I mean, small child, different perception of the world. But so Lily takes us over to music class and she says, okay, here you guys are at music class. Your teacher's going to go away now to go do some stuff, but I'll be back. And then she just wanders away and we're like, okay, what? Okay, does that mean that I can go do things? And so then I go leave to go do something. And she's like, you're supposed to be in music class right now. And I'm like, well, Mama needs to go do this chore and then she'll come back to music class.
it was right after, right after dinner.
Yeah. I'm being held hostage in my own house.
All of the dishes were on the table. We're like, we need to clean up.
Yeah.
It was bath night too.
Yeah. And then that was like a whole other thing of just like, okay, now we need to transition from you're the teacher to Mommy is the teacher.
I think music
upstairs.
class was Thursday and the You're Stupid incident was Friday.
Yes, that tracks.
But yeah. So hopefully that word leaves her vocabulary.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see what other things she picks up from school now that she has a wider variety of people.
It's a bigger class for sure. Older class.
Yeah, it's older.
Is she the youngest?
She could be the youngest again. Or pretty close to it. And like she is so amazing because she's got this joy and this light and she wants to be friends with everybody. And I really hope that they let her keep that because I know some of the kids in her class last year were like, why are you so bouncy and in my face? Give me some space.
We went to West Fork Park today and there was a little kid. The West Fork Park, it's on West Fork here on the west side.
It's a really good park. Sometimes it's really hard to find a parking spot because it's a really good park.
I was surprised because it's kind of nice out today.
Yeah.
Kind of cloudy.
It was getting close to lunchtime. So there were a lot of people that were saying, hey, we're going to go to lunch and then we'll come back as we were getting in.
Okay.
So I think that was part of it.
But yeah, we found a parking lot, no problem. We went to White Oak Coffee House.
So yummy. It had been forever since I had been there.
Yeah, we typically don't go. It's a drive now because we're so far west.
Yeah.
And here in Cleves. But we went out to White Oak Coffee House. And then after that, we went to West Fork Park. And that was our Saturday morning. But there was a little kid. I was in charge of Elliot, running. He was running around. You were in charge of Lily.
Yeah.
But I overheard.
It was adorable.
There were these
Xylophones. They have so many xylophones.
Yes, xylophones and drums.
Yeah.
And what was Lily doing?
So there were two xylophones next to each other, and there was a little girl, probably like 14 months old, because she was like mobile, but that was about it. And she had both of the little hammers for her xylophone. And another little girl, probably closer to 18 months, came up to her and like wanted to play with one of the sticks of the xylophone. And the girl was like, these are mine. Like, nah. And was throwing a fit anytime her mom tried to like hand one to her friend. It was like, sharing is like, we need to share with our friends. And so Lily, who has the big xylophone all to herself, because none of the kids are trying to play with her, takes both the hammers and starts hitting stuff like crazy and makes up a song that is sharing is caring and caring is sharing. La, 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 la. And is like singing this at the top of her lungs. And it's like, dance, mommy. So I got to like take off the diaper bag and start dancing in my mom way. Because that's about all I know how to do unless it's polka music.
That was pretty funny. I was in the maze with Elliot, I think, which is like right next to that. And also I overheard, Lily, don't kiss the baby.
Oh, yeah, because then she had finished her song and the baby was being kind of cute. And so Lily like goes to give the baby a hug. And I'm like, Lily, we need to give the baby some space. And then she kisses the baby on the forehead. And I'm like, Lily, I'm on the other side of the xylophone, so it's not like I can get to her real fast to pull her away. I'm like, Lily, we can't kiss babies that we don't know. Like, we can kiss family members. We can't kiss random babies at the park.
And I saw her mom like, okay, let's go over here now.
She has this love for everyone, and I want her to keep that. But I'm also like, hey, let's think and stop before we do this.
Space.
Yeah.
Personal bubble.
Yeah, we need to work on that more because the kids are not great at that. This morning, Joe was like, hey, we should go to a coffee shop. And I'm like, sweet, yeah, we should do that. And I'm all dressed, but the kids aren't. And he goes to get dressed and he yells down the stairs, hey, are the kids dressed? Because it's been like 20 minutes. And I'm like, no, but also I'm stuck because I've got Lily on my legs and Elliot on my chest and we're just snuggled up on the couch. And it was so nice.
Yeah.
I got to cherish this before they either start fighting more or decide that mom's not cool anymore and don't want to hang out with me.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know that will happen. Especially the more Girl Scout songs that I sing in public.
Oh, yeah. Your cord was under my foot. I didn't want to.
Yeah.
So yeah, that happened. She's just really sweet and she likes to play with everyone.
Mm-hmm. And I'd say we go to a different park tomorrow, but you're going to be like, football. I need to be home for football.
Yep. Church and football. That's Sunday. And then cutting the grass.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
We were supposed to do that today.
I don't know if it's going to rain.
I don't know either.
I don't think it is, but I don't know.
It keeps acting like it's going to, and there's like a chance that it will. If we start mowing the lawn, then it'll rain for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe we should just do that anyway. Except football.
You do it after the football.
When's the football today?
Oh, today?
Yeah.
Today it's at 6.
Oh, yeah, we got time then.
We could do it today. I don't really want to, though.
It makes it easier when we split it up to 2 days because it is such a big yard now. We are very blessed. Update on the Bat Saga.
Oh, yeah. Update on the Bat Saga.
No bats have been in our house. So, yay. The guy treated our house so no more bats will get in. And he'll be back in like 3 weeks to finish the job. But
yeah, so bats are tricky because they're
protected.
Federally protected.
I mean, they do good things, but they're also
just like Canadian geese.
The Canadian geese no, the cobra chickens are not good. They're just mice of the sky, and
bats are.
Yeah, I don't
want
them in my house. And now they are not in our house. You don't want them in your house or your attic because that's where they go usually. Yeah.
But this bat guy, He's not an exterminator or anything like that. You said treat. I just wanted to clarify.
He's an animal control specialist or something like that. And they get them away from your home and make it so they can't get back into your home.
Yeah, so they install these little tubes or whatever.
Anti-traps is what I call them.
Anti-traps.
It's my technical term for them.
The bats can go out, but they're basically blind, right? So they don't have the depth perception to figure out how to go back in.
Well, they need to be able to like semi-climb back in, and they can't climb in that tube because it's so smooth and so small.
Well, that's how he explained it to me. They don't have the depth perception to go back in. They can get out fine.
And we watched them leave. Well, we watched at least one leave, and that made me feel a lot better about life. It's like, hey, I got to see one leave. You can't come back.
Yeah, so that they were there for sure. Mm-hmm. They were where we thought they were. But that is taken care of. The joys of home ownership.
Yep. And the treadmill is all set up, and we've used it 5 times so far. So it is slowly paying for itself.
Yep. I always try to walk during lunch because I work from home. Mm-hmm. But instead of walking the neighborhood, I've been walking on the treadmill. I like that a little bit better. I can change the pace. I can change the incline.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm getting more out of it. Mm-hmm. Like I'm getting more cardio, which I think is what we need.
Probably, yes.
In order to like lose weight and stuff. The light beer helps as well.
Get fit.
Yes. Lose weight. All of that. Mm-hmm. To be better to ourselves. Eat better. All of that. So that's what we're trying to do. So is there anything else?
I think.
I don't know how long have we been going?
A while.
I don't know how you can tell.
If I poke it, usually it would tell me.
You can go pause and then you have to yep.
Oh, we've been going for 45 minutes.
All right. So I think we're going to go ahead and close this one out a little bit early.
Yep.
I might have a solo episode coming.
Oh, snap.
I don't think I'll do it live, though.
Oh, we forgot to talk about, I'm going to Chi-Town, but that's for work. It's going to be really boring. Well, no, it's going to be really boring for you. It's going to be really cool for me because it's engineering porn.
You're going to have to explain that one. Yeah.
So engineering porn is seeing machines run at faster speeds than usual with covers off of them and getting to talk to applications engineers in depth about how stuff works versus just salesmen and going to a trade show in Chicago. It's not one that I'm super excited about. The one that I'm super excited about is the one that happens next year.
Do you guys go to that one?
Typically, no, but I am arguing that we need to go to that one because that one is more useful for us. This one is more useful for the company as a whole because we sell stuff at it. The next one isn't so much for us selling stuff, but for us to acquire new equipment to help us make better products or cheaper products.
Interesting. So you are abandoning me.
Yep.
For 2 days.
And one of those days is Lily's school picture day. Whoops.
Yep. So, Lily, you're going to love me when you're a teenager. And we have that, what is it? You know what I'm talking about? The picture with...
Oh, yeah. You've got the little framed photo, the little picture frame that has the
every
kindergarten,
year.
first, second, third, fourth. And then you got your baby photo in the middle because your mom still has those hanging up in her bedroom, even though they moved.
Oh, she hung them back up.
Yep. You, Josh, and Jenna through the years.
Yep. It's kindergarten through 8th grade or whatever in each circle. So Lily's first one of that will be her hair and the messiest dad bun ever.
Maybe we can practice doing hair during the football games.
Do you think she would let me?
We'll see.
So your mom has, she gets here early.
Yeah, she's been putting her hair in clips, which does not survive through the day.
Yeah.
We need to use rubber bands. I think I can teach you how to do some simple buns. And you can just put her hair in 2 simple buns.
It's going to be the messiest dad bun ever.
And that just makes it look cuter.
Yep.
Is what I'm going to tell Lily. There is picture retake day that I can always fall back on that one.
Picture retake day. Maybe we should just do that.
So I was because there's 2 days for school picture day. There's Tuesday and Wednesday. And I'll be out on Tuesday, but I'll be home on Wednesday. And I was seriously debating. I was really hoping that her school picture day was going to be on Wednesday. And I was like, I'm just going to wake her up 10 minutes before I leave the house. And I'll do her hair. And then she can snuggle up in our bed. But at least her hair will be done. And it will look semi-cute. But that's not an option anymore. Or I can convince your mom to get there early and your mom could do her hair.
It was never an option, was it?
No. Yeah, it was. I had 2 different options of when I could go to the trade show, and unfortunately Monday, Tuesday worked better for our lives than Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, so next week, a little preview on that. Mm-hmm. It's my birthday weekend.
Yeah.
So
that'll be fun.
We're going to potentially have a guest. I'm not going to say the guest right now.
Yeah, fingers crossed. We tried to schedule a bunch of stuff last year during Christmas and it all fell through because we all got sick. We eventually rescheduled with Brock and now we are rescheduling with this additional guest.
Yeah, so we have a guest coming next week. It won't come out on Thursday. It'll come out again on probably Saturday or Sunday.
Are we going to do it live on location?
No.
Or are you just not going to edit it? Okay. I don't know how this works anymore.
Well, I might.
So I'm reading a book about podcasting right now, and it's not as useful as you would want it to be for me.
I might bring the camera because that's a thing that we do now. But
yes,
we do not have the ability to I don't have a hotspot or anything.
Yeah.
I can create a hotspot. I just don't trust it.
And well, I think service down there is kind of spotty anyway. We have a sitter. I think. Did she confirm?
She did.
Okay,
yep.
Sweet.
Yep. She said, I'll do it, but I need more details. And I said, here are the details.
Uh-huh.
So we will have a guest next week. The podcast will be a little delayed as far as that goes. So.
I mean, we totally threw a schedule out the window at this point anyway. Our lives are a bit of a mess, and it's only going to get worse as the kids get bigger and into more stuff.
Yeah, and as nap time goes away, because you reminded me.
At some point, Lily's not going to nap.
Yeah.
She's just, because she already takes shorter naps now.
Yeah, apparently. Elliot slept 2.5 hours yesterday for my mom.
And Lily slept an hour.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's going to be. They've been sleeping for a while at this point. Definitely more than an hour. But we also went to the park. So that helped out a lot.
We weren't there that long.
No, but they did run around a bunch too.
Yeah. So with that, I think we're going to close out.
No more Midwestern goodbyes.
No more Midwestern goodbyes.
We're really good at those.
But before you go, Caroline.
Smash that like button. Slam subscribe. Ring that notification bell. And be sure to follow us on your favorite podcatching platform as well. Yep. And 5-star reviews are always welcome. If you don't like this show, listen to 5 other shows of ours and then tell us which one you liked the most and why. If you did like the show, let us know and we can do more stuff like this. Yeah, I got to start digging into my library and maybe I could do that in the bus because that would be slightly less weird than crocheting on the bus.
What?
We can do some beer-centric history episodes again if I get my act together.
What are you talking about?
When I go to Chi-Town.
Oh. Okay.
It's technically a van, but There's going to be 11 of us in a 15-passenger van for like 5 hours.
Zero
It's gonna be fun.
context. Zero context for that. Okay, so
Chi-Town. I'm going there with coworkers.
you said a bus. I didn't know what you were talking about.
A 15-passenger van is basically a bus. Our friends basically drive a bus now.
Okay. So you might read on the way there.
Yeah.
Some history related stuff.
It's possible.
It's possible. Okay. Don't promise anything if you can't keep
Didn't
it.
promise anything.
All right. We are on social media as well. Facebook, Instagram, X.
That's so weird. I don't like it.
Of obviously YouTube as well. If you like this,
And tell all your friends.
share it and tell your friends.
Tell all of your friends. Be like that guy in that commercial. We actually watch commercials now because there's commercials during football. There's some, is that AT&T? I think it's an AT&T commercial. And it's the guy that's talking about podcasts the whole time.
AT&T or Dr. Pepper. I don't know.
No, the Dr. Pepper one was different.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was an AT&T commercial.
I don't know.
There's podcast for it.
But this is the Craft Parenting Podcast. I'm Joe.
I'm Caroline.
You can follow me at Craft Parenting Joe on Instagram.
And I am at Caroline Creates Crafts.
And with that, we will see you next time on the Craft Parenting Podcast.
Bye.